Shalom. This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, the 29th chapter, starting at the 14th verse. And it says, "An honest man is surety for his neighbor, but he that is impudent will forsake him. Forget not the friendship of thy surety, for he hath given his life for thee. A sinner will overthrow the good estate of his surety, and he that is of an unthankful mind will leave him in danger that delivered him." First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, and for those that are searching out their salvation with fear and trembling before the names of Yahweh, Wa, Yahweh Shai. This is Yahweh Shai Nawana, and put together some scriptures to navigate a thing that I was currently going through, and something that we all go through, which is paying debts. Paying back the things that we have said, yes, we'll pay, or put into the situation, and our yea is yea and our nay is nay. But yeah, just the Spirit is on me. I was the Spirit's on me just to say that, it's fine. These are things that we go through. There's no need of faking the funk. We all go through these things, and we can't be deceiving ourselves. These scriptures are for our learning. They're for our learning, and they're for our comfort. It's to let us know how we should deal. And this is our wisdom in the sight of the nations, ordering our friendship aright before the nations, so that way they see Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai in us with our lights burning, because of the fact that we're holding on to the gospel, because of the fact that we're doing these words, we're doing these things. We're making ourselves an example. All right? Lights burning. Okay, so that way in the time of our visitation that we run like sparks among the stubble. All right, and that we have favor with our power. All right, we're being an example of the believers, and who knows what will happen for those who see these things. But anyway, we're making sure that we do things to glorify our power. All right, we do good and we glorify our power. So nonetheless, let's get to it, all right? So, this is coming into debts. It says, "An honest man is surety for his neighbor." What is that word, surety? All right? Surety. Definition, surety. A person who takes responsibility for another's performance of an undertaking. For example, Slakia. Let's click on this real quick. It says a person who takes responsibility for another's performance of an undertaking. For example, they're appearing in court or the payment of a debt. And there you go. That's spot on, because we're talking about debt. All right. Surety. All right. So that means, hey, you might be short on some funds or whatever the case, and you ask of your neighbor, which will have your surety, right? You ask of your neighbor, hey, can I borrow such and such amount? And he would say, okay, no problem. That is a verbal thing. That's a verbal contract already, all right? It says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. So you already know that you're going to pay him back. All right? Let's keep going here. So what does it say? It says, an honest man is surety for his neighbor. So that means, hey, he will lend to you. And that's, and that's a good thing. It feels good to be able to lend, right? It says, but he that is impudent will forsake him. Well, impudent. What is impudent? Impudent. All right. Impudent definition. Impudent. Not showing due respect for another person. Impudent. He could have strangled this impudent upstart. That's funny. I'm pretty sure the elder apostles and the elders on down definitely feel that way about some of these upstart camps speaking wrong things. But nonetheless, all right. but not showing due respect, all right, being impudent. All right, and that'd be like turning backwards on a contract that you verbally had and with money that you've already gotten, right? It says, forget not the friendship of thy surety, for he hath given his life for thee. And literally, that's exactly what this place is. This place is nothing, your life, not our lives, all right? Because our lives are in this truth. But for anybody else who doesn't have this truth, their life is literally in their money. That's exactly what they do all the day long. This place is built and surrounded and made, and it runs on, what do they say? The money makes the world go around. Well, at the same time, it does for those that don't understand this truth, for those that don't have it. That's why you mess around with a little bit of money and you get, what does it say? The love of money is the root of all evil. And we know that we are of our power, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, and the whole world lieth in wickedness, man. This place is all about that money. And you can find yourself in a real messed up situation about it. All right. But look, check it out. So back to it. Forget not the friendship of thy surety, for he hath given his life for thee. It says, a sinner will overthrow the good estate of his surety, and he that is of an unthankful mind will leave him in danger that delivered him. Yo, when you find yourself in that position and you needed that surety and your neighbor is giving you that surety, don't be of an unthankful mind to not repay. All right? Don't overthrow the good estate of your surety. All right? And that's the main thing. And I've overthrown the good estate of my surety a couple of different times, and obviously non-intentional, but man, this place and the way that they oppress us, and this is one of the reasons why he's got one of the many, 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 many manifold ways of how this devil has got to pay. He's got to pay, man. He has oppressed us in our wages. All right. It says the hire of the laborers which have reaped down his fields, man. They cry it and is reaching to the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. This devil's got to pay for this shit, man. But let's get to these scriptures, though, all right? So, just open it up with this, and this is the main point, all right? Ecclesiastes, the 29th chapter, all right? The surety, an honest man is surety for his neighbor, but he that is impudent will forsake him. Forget not the friendship of thy surety, for he hath given his life for thee. A sinner will overthrow the good estate of his surety, and he that is of an unthankful mind will leave him in danger that delivered him. All right? Let's go to 1 Timothy. Salaki, if that was a little long-winded there, but, 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter, the 12th verse. You know what? Hold on. 1 Timothy. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm sorry, Salakia. That is what I was thinking. I was going to say this is wrong, but no. The point is in the beginning of this. It says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers." All right, that's the point right there. Be thou an example of the believers, and it says it all in here. In word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. All right? And that's the main thing. We're being an example. So by, knowing the things that we know, don't just be a hearer only and not a doer, deceiving your own self, but be a doer of these words. So with this understanding, with as the elders always say, with much given is much required. All right. With much given is much required. And this is much. All right. Let's go to John, the 17th chapter. John, the 17th chapter, the 10th verse. All right. It says, all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them, and in so many manifold ways. And this is one of those ways, even to one that is in the truth or is not in the truth. All right. By doing good and by doing these words, we're glorifying Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. And we got to understand who we are and what's required of us. And it's all the things that are written within this book, within the law. There was one that said, yeah, all the laws are in this one book. No. You got the Torah. And then it's like, man, you got many books. But really, when it comes down to it, is not all this book, all this law? Is it not all? All right. From the beginning into the end. And, man. Oh, call hello Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai for delivering these things unto us. He said all things that are written aforetime are written for our learning. All of this is law. And everything contained in here is indirect orders, man. And instruction on life and how to live and how to be. And man, it shows you even bad examples so that way you know what's following after doing wrong and doing ill and doing contrary to this word. All right. Slacky, I don't want to be doing too much rambling. I want to do more bringing it out than rambling, But we're glorifying Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. This is how we glorify Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, by doing right. Okay. But yeah, being doers of the word, not getting the ministry blamed. And that's another thing too, abstaining from all appearances of evil. First Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, the 22nd verse. Abstain from all appearance of evil. All right. And abstaining from all appearances of evil, it says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Anything else that cometh of evil, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. I believe that's Matthew. That's it. That's it right there. Matthew the 37th verse, or Matthew the 5th chapter, the 37th verse. It says, let me mark this. It says, but let your communication be yea, yea, or nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. All right. There you go. Now let's go right back to 1 Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, the 22nd verse. And it says, abstain from all appearance of evil. You see that? That's even going back on your word. Going back on your word is likened unto the appearance of evil. All right? Let's move on. Let's go to James. The book of James. This is the book of James, the 1st chapter. Man, I'll read I'll read verse 22. All right, this is the point. I just like to stay on the point. And additions be additions. But it says, "Be ye doers of the word." All right. James, the 1st chapter, the 22nd verse. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, not receiving your own selves. It says it should be deceiving. All right. Deceiving your own selves. All right. But the 21st verse says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. All right. Superfluity meaning too much or something. Naughtiness. Well, hey, let's look up naughtiness. Because we don't lay aside all these things, right? What's naughtiness? We always know, but man, it's better to look it up because then it just reveals a little bit more, Naughty. Yeah, naughty. Definition. Especially of children disobedient, badly behaved. You've been a naughty boy. Yeah. Hold on. I saw something earlier and I'm really, man, I hate how that doesn't happen like that. She gave a much better definition last time and it literally went into a debt. Oh, man. And then of course it happens like this, Yeah. It's, that's just how it be. That's just how it be. Naughty's goings, yeah, or naughty boy, yeah, get it. All right, we're just gonna move on. So of course it's not, devil, man. Oh, look, there it is, right there. Bam, noun. There we go, right there. I'm glad I didn't give up. All right, check it out. Oh no, that's surety. Salakia. I'm tripping here. All right, but here, check this out though. Surety. All right, being I should have done this earlier, It says a person who takes responsibility for another's performance of an undertaking. For example, they're appearing in court for the payment of a debt. But down here, where does it say it at? The state of being sure, certain. You know what? I did read this before. I'm looking for something else and it was on naughty, but nonetheless. All right, we're just going to move on. Salakia. I want to go chasing this down right now. But where are we at here? We were at James in the first chapter, the 22nd verse. But yeah, it says, "Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." So we're to be doing this word as well. All right. Like I said, like I said before, doing good, we glorify our power. All right. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians, the 6th verse. 2 Corinthians, the 6th verse, and the 6th chapter, Salakia, the 6th chapter, the 3rd verse, and it says, "Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed." We are an example of the believers. If we do wrong, they're going to say, "Look at what they're doing," and I wonder if their power was really dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? As an example, being the ambassadors, okay? Being the ambassadors of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, we are the example and we're looked at in a different light. So give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. All right? Especially, and like I said, this is all tied around these wages, and tied around the state of our sureties. All right? But anyway, moving on. Let's go to Surety. The book of Surety, Ecclesiasticus, the 6th chapter, and the 17th verse. It says, "Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright, for as he is, so shall his neighbor be also." All right, and we have fear of the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. So therefore, we do direct our friendships aright. And that means using these things that we know within these scriptures in order to make sure that our sureties are good. All right. Romans, the 13th chapter. And somebody already knows where this is going. In the 8th verse. "Owe no man anything, but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law." But main point, owe no man anything, but to love one another. All right? Owe no man anything, but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. All right. Yeah. And you know what? Just on a footnote, and here's something else. Let's go to Leviticus. We'll close out in Sirach again, but we're gonna go to Leviticus real quick. In Leviticus, what does it say about wages? All right. Thou shalt, Leviticus, the 19th chapter, the 13th verse, it says, thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Now, I'm just reading this just because of the fact that it has a tie within what we're talking about, within, wages. All right. So even in like fashion, in being judges, which we are being brought up to be judges, all right, what would this mean to one? All right. Because our spirits always speak to us inside ourselves. All right. It's always speaking with us. The Rakakadash is there with us. She meets us in every thought and every way, all the time. All right. There is no hiding. The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding the ways of men. All right. But thou shalt not cause, Salakia, it's the 13th verse. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor. Actually, as a matter of fact, defraud. All right. Defraud, illegally obtain money from someone by deception. All right. By deception. Okay. And within surety, within the case, all right, we're not we didn't illegally obtain anything, but deceiving on the repayment is another thing, Now check it out. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. So, in other words, let's just put it like this: within cases to which I've been in, it's like, you get the lump sum back, and it's like you got enough in order to pay back your surety and keep your surety good, but you chose not to pay all, or you've paid some, or you're stagulating, you know what I'm saying? And then something else happens, and then something else breaks, and really that's the case. That's how it is out here in Babylon. Times is hard, man. And everybody is starting to turn to the people that have owed them. And it's like, man, everybody's hurt. But it's just no laughing matter, because he's got to pay for this shit, man. But at the same time, it's better to be in a good surety, And that's just the point. But let's close out here on Sirach. All right, let's go to Sirach, and we'll close out here. All right, on the fourth. It's the fourth chapter. And... bam, right here. This is the last one. It says, so this is the book of Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, the 31st verse. It says, let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay. Ouch. You know what I'm saying? Man. All right. Let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay. It's wonderful to read this, but I tell you what, it says, for him who watereth, he shall also be watered himself. All right. And it says that the word of the Lord is like a two-edged sword, man, cutting into the dividing asunder into the joints and the marrow, is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. I mean, man, it cuts him who's reading it and him who's hearing it. And it's, man, read, be not, and then look at this, and then read up. Look at this. Obviously, this is a fire verse too. Be not as, it doesn't pertain to the lesson, but be not as a lion in thine house, nor frantic among thy servants. Read up one more verse. What does it say right here? Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deeds slack and remiss. Ooh, look at that. When you made that deal, when you taken that money, when you said, I will pay you back. I mean, there's, whether you put a time limit or not, but man, it's slack and remiss. What is remiss? What is remiss? What does that mean? Slack and remiss. So don't promise and then slack and remiss. What does remiss mean? Remiss. Remiss definition. Man, look at this. It's a remission definition. The cancellation of a debt, charge, Slakia. The cancellation of a debt, charge, or penalty. Remission. The cancellation of a debt, charge, or penalty. There you go. So we're going to end the lesson here. Just keep the good estate of thy surety. Order thy friendship aright because of the fact that we fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Let your yeas be yeas and your nays be nays, and anything else cometh of evil. All right? But be thou an example. All right? Just be an example of the believers. So with that, hopefully this was spiritually edifying. All right? Owe no man nothing, but to love one another. Hopefully this was spiritually edifying into the house of Israel, to the elect of the house of Israel. You are the resistance. All right? I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakakwadash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, and for those that are searching out their salvation with fear and trembling before the names of Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai. This is Yahweh Shai now and na. And until next time, stay prayed up. All right? Abaratazah. Shalom.